Let's give it up. Will moderate today. Alright guys, we're going to do a group photo. You guys will come right up here. Right here in the center. Okay, I count three. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one more, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Hey, Comic-Con! That is your seat right there. Woo! All right. How's it going? Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
I have to admit, 2 days ago, Brian Brandenburg sent me a text, and he's like, "Can you do me a favor?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Can you moderate Kate Beckinsale?" And I immediately went, "Yes."
What does it mean, moderate me? No.
Just talk to you. It's not a weird thing. So thanks for coming. So I was doing some research and whatnot, and I found out that both your parents were actors. When did you decide that you wanted to get into the business as well?
I mean, probably 11 or 12, I think. I mean, the nice thing when your parents are actors, I had that with my kid, is that, you know, you get to bring your kid to work a bit more than most people do. So I guess you know, you start to get interested in what they're doing.
If you weren't acting, what do you think you would be doing?
Maybe in jail? I don't know.
Which brings me to my next question. What crime would you have committed?
I can't discuss that because I might want to commit it in the future.
I'm excited because in, well, it's a few more months, but in October we're getting Underworld 5. What can you tell us about it?
One, that just made it worth doing. It was cold in Prague. It's nice to hear that it was worthwhile.
So this is the 5th one. Is it still as fun jumping in that suit for the 5th time as it was the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm into the suit. I like the suit. You know, it's
Who doesn't like the suit?
it's an old friend at this point. But yeah, I mean, I think the first time I did it, I'd never done anything like that before, and it was really a question of, oh, you know, will I be able to be on a wire and shoot guns and all this, considering I went to a, you know, relatively posh girls' school in West London and didn't really grow up like that. But now they really expect me to be really good at it, so it's a little even bit more scary.
Like, you've done it, just go.
Jump off this.
In the Hollywood world, last year I think we saw a really good, I think, changing of the tides of strong female performances. Do you feel that's happening in Hollywood? Because you definitely play a badass most of the time.
I have done. I've been very lucky with that. And I feel like one of the things that I love about Underworld is that it's an original idea, and that it's becoming much more difficult in the film industry, I think, to get any original idea made. So it's not a comic book, it's not a video game, it doesn't have anything like that. And that seems like quite an achievement to have got to the 5th one on something that, you know, a couple of guys thought up on their couch whilst being unemployed. You know, I think that's rather a triumph. I do feel a bit like Mad Max kind of dropped the mic on action movies. Like, should we bother really after that? I don't know. That was really good.
Should you bother after that?
Yeah, like,
of course.
How do you follow Mad Max? I don't know.
With Underworld 5.
With Underworld 5, everybody.
In your opinion, is it more fun to play the vampire or the vampire hunter? Because you've done both.
I have more experience as the vampire, to be honest. Vampire hunter, I died fairly fast doing that, so maybe the vampire.
Just so you know, when you say vampire, it sounds a lot cooler than when I say vampire.
I don't know. Depends where you are.
All right. I think we've got a huge line over here of questions, so we're gonna fire it. Oh, we have to do a reveal? Check this out right here, because this is awesome. Bam! I don't know. Legos?
Amazing.
They don't tell me anything. I guess there is this Lego sticker on there, that makes sense.
Oh yes, it says Lego on it.
We didn't get it. Yeah, so questions here, so we're starting.
Hi Kate, my name is Joe. I am a dentist in Provo, Utah. I just want to say nice teeth, you must have a good dentist. Also,
I'm the only person in England whose teeth came down straight. I just want to say I'm the outlier. Nice to meet everybody.
I've been and I agree with that, yeah.
We're gonna get letters.
But anyways, I watched Serendipity, great movie, good job. I appreciate your work. I was gonna say, if they had a karaoke scene in there, I'm a huge karaoke fan. What song would you sing?
Are you stealing my question? That's my favorite question.
Sorry.
Crap.
Are you ready? You're not going to be expecting this.
Bring it.
The Busta Rhymes part from that Chris Brown song. You'd be amazed.
You want to give it a go?
Skills. Actually, you're kind of close, but I probably shouldn't. One day you'll see it.
Hi, I'm Jax. I'm a big fan of Underworld, and I love that you did your own stunts in the first movie. My question is, what kind of pranks and things happen behind, the scene?
On Underworld?
Yeah, in Underworld.
Pranks on Underworld.
Or funny moments.
Funny moments. There's a lot of like werewolf fun, because those guys can't really move, so they're trapped, so you can go and torture them. I'm trying to think. It wasn't Underworld, but I did go through a stage of tormenting an actor by leaving rude-shaped vegetables outside his hotel room door every single day. It was so fun for me.
And the vegetables.
Yeah, zucchini, a couple tomatoes. That's my jam.
Whatever could you mean?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm fanboying pretty hard.
Awesome costume.
Thank you. So I'm Jordan. Really nice to meet you. My question is, if Celine ever got to run into Edward Cullen, what would her reaction be?
What would her reaction be? I don't think she'd be sparkling.
Hey, Kate.
Oh my goodness, another one. Hi.
I'm Tyson.
Hi.
I'm just curious. What was your favorite scene and fun scene in Underworld?
Favorite fight scene in the first Underworld?
Any
Or
of
in
them.
any of them? I quite like that. I can't remember which movie it was, but I did a sort of twizzly thing around somebody's neck with my legs. I like that.
Do they start blending in?
They do start blending in a bit. Yeah. I mean, the first one I remember because I was just frightened the whole time that I was going to mess it up. But the rest of them, I like being on a wire. It's fun. I mean, I like all that stuff.
Who's that?
So you already answered my question before, and the other Joker asked my backup question. So you're gorgeous. Could you say happy birthday to my sister Missy?
Yes. Is she here?
Yeah, she's out there somewhere.
Happy birthday, Missy. Wherever you are.
Hi, Kate. My name's Jenny. My favorite movie is Serendipity of yours. What's your most memorable experience filming Serendipity with either John Cusack, Jeremy Piven, or Molly Shannon?
Oh my gosh, I loved Molly Shannon so much. They were all great. I think the most memorable part was that because it was set at Christmas time in New York, and we shot it in August in New York. It was so hot. And you scarf and woolly tights and coat, and the big achievement was not sweating. I think that was the big acting challenge on that one.
That's my challenge right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just trying to
Feel
sweat.
free, go for it. Over here.
Hi there. Just had to say, big fan of Underworld. Also, I liked your work in Emma. I know it's a little bit lesser known, but it was
You're all
good.
over the map today. Thank you.
And if it helps any, I'm a huge Mad Max fan, but still adore Underworld. Nothing can compare, so if that helps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just my question was about the new movie. Actually, a year or so, maybe a little more ago, I heard that they were talking about having the 5th movie without you in it, and I about panicked and lost some sleep. So how did you stay in it? How did you get back in it? Tell us a little bit about that, please.
They asked me even more nicely. That was how it happened. I think the thing was, if I'm going to do an Underworld movie, I want there to be something kind of new and different, you know, because it's something I'm not used to, playing the same character, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 times. So the next time when they asked, they had made that happen.
They brought up Emma and Serendipity and obviously Underworld and stuff like that. Do you get more excited about a certain genre, or you say you like The Wires, but?
I do like. Well, I don't like Wires to the exclusion of everything. I mean, I must say I've been lucky that I've been able to do sort of quite a lot of different things, and I think that's the thing, just to kind of keep it moving and keep stretching yourself. I do. I obviously like a corset because I have one whatever movie I'm doing. Serendipity is the only movie I didn't have a corset in that I've done in my life.
I hear yelling.
I heard yelling.
So, in your opinion, who is a better kisser, Josh Hartnett or Ben Affleck?
Do you know what? I've been asked this a couple of times before. I'm being completely and utterly honest. They were both actually very good. Like, what you want from a screen co-star kiss is no sudden surprises. You know what I mean? Nothing like, no technique that you've not come across before or some weird move. They were both very, you know, what you'd expect. It's just what you want.
Did either try any weird things when they did it?
Say what?
Did either of them try any weird things? They freak you out a little bit? Or they were both very gentle?
They didn't. No.
Okay, good. I want to know how Batman's behaving. That's all I want to know.
Some people sometimes do, but they didn't.
It's John Cusack, huh? You can see it in his eyes. I get it.
You can do
Since you won awards for your writing when you were younger, I was wondering if you still write today.
Yeah, actually I bought a book. I bought the rights to a book a year ago, and another writer and I have been adapting it this year into a screenplay. So, yeah.
Well, hey.
Hi.
So the only reason we ever met was because of Whiteout, like the movie. I don't know if you remember that one. It was a little while ago.
We met? What did we do? Did we do karaoke?
Yeah, you gave me you signed my poster of Whiteout. So.
Oh, okay. You weren't actually there.
We actually met it.
Oh,
Just
look at
barely.
us.
We got a picture. So.
That was us today.
That was just today. Yeah.
Right. And I'm kissing you.
You are. Thank
What
you.
an interesting morning I've had.
Right? So my question was, if there ever was a Whiteout 2,
Yeah.
would you want to be in it?
No. Be honest. Ask me another.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
So, in a lot of your movies, light can be like a matter of life or death. And so I was thinking, if you were a photon, would you... It's like a light particle.
Okay. I went for crouton for a second, but I've been up a long time.
So if you were a photon, would you be the type that would warm our skin or be more devious and like give us cancer?
Please don't give me cancer.
I might warm the skin and then I might give you a UTI. Like a small one, not a really big one.
I think in the history of Comic-Con, it's the first time UTI has ever been said on stage. So.
Is that a prize?
Hi Kate, my name is Rachel. My question for you is, because I'm a huge fan of Serendipity as well as my girlfriend, is Cassiopeia really on your arm?
No. They painted it on. I'm sorry. That sucks, doesn't it?
I also read that apparently one of your least favorite classes was like phys ed.
Oh, yeah.
What changed? Because obviously you seem like you like it now.
I mean, I just had to suddenly get really good at it, or you were in the movie.
It'd be a boring movie if you didn't.
There was so much less field hockey in Underworld than there was at my school growing up. I think that partly it.
Hi, Kate. My name's Ron. I notice in the action scenes, which generally are shorter but more intense, you don't have to stay in character for very long. Whereas in other movie types where you have longer shots, you have to stay in character longer, generally with more dialogue. Which ones do you prefer to do?
I mean, I'm more comfortable doing I have a movie coming out in May called Love and Friendship, which is a Jane Austen movie, and that's a bit more. That's a little bit more my comfort level of what I kind of started out doing and what I'm used to doing. Underworld was a huge stretch for me. I really was somebody who would never ever have envisaged being in a movie like this, and it was really sort of a test to see if I could do it. Now it's kind of got away from me a little bit. I remember 5, but yeah, I love doing these because I can't still quite believe my luck getting to do them, to be honest.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Which actor or actress are you most interested in working with?
Oh no, I hate these kind of questions. I'm often at home in the bath reading a magazine or something, and I think, oh, next time I'm asked a question like that, I must remember that one. And then it's just gone. I can't remember any actors. I can only think of Christopher Walken. I've already worked with him. If something leaps on me, I'm going to come back to that one.
Hi, Brian from Dallas.
Hey, Brian.
Were you a fan of any of the actors that you worked with over the years prior to working with them?
I was. I played Robert De Niro's daughter in a movie called Everybody's Fine, and I felt like I had a sort of creepy, guilty secret because I had a picture of him on my fridge at university. And I'm the sort of person who I have to tell you that. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not wearing underwear, you kind of have to tell somebody. Don't let me talk ever.
How did you respond to it?
How did he respond to it? I sort of towards it. Well, he's quite shy, and he's really lovely. But it's like it's Robert De Niro. Yeah. And I did think towards the end, I don't have a picture of me on my fridge. I don't think I've got a funny accent, so maybe he didn't. I don't know.
He's like, okay.
He sort of walked away more quickly.
And action.
Yeah. Nice working with you. Goodbye.
Hi Kate, I'm Jeremiah. So I was wondering, I know those fangs can kind of be a pain when you're trying to talk, and I was curious about what kind of experiences or troubles you had on set with that.
Interestingly enough, between Underworld 4 and 5, they lost all the teeth. So they had to make everything, sort of from scratch again. And the first set we had on Underworld 5 did fall out quite a bit. And then they had some extra long ones that you just couldn't speak in. And there were a couple of actors who decided to rise to that challenge. I personally think that was unwise, and there's going to be some ADR going on. There's quite a bit of spitting. Quite useful now.
Hi, Kate. You've done so many great movies. In The Aviator, you played Ava Gardner. How did you feel about playing such an iconic Legends role?
Well, luckily, there's quite a lot. She's got an autobiography. There's a lot of material written about her. There's a lot of people who still remember her in Hollywood. It's great to be able to talk to. And then I think after that, you have to, you do all your research on that person and study their movies and all that, and then you have to kind of sort of let that go and be in the scene with Leo. So that was how that went.
I saw that in Underworld 5 that you worked alongside with Theo James.
Huh.
I don't know how many scenes you have with him, but did his eyebrows mesmerize you?
Sorry, what?
His eyebrows.
Eyebrows are
He has amazing eyebrows.
Yeah, poor Theo, he's so ugly.
Actually,
It's just so hard for him.
next time you talk to him, because I actually mentioned this to him and he didn't know it existed, tell him there is a website devoted to his eyebrows.
I'm sure he started it.
Well, he's a good liar then, because he acted like he didn't know.
Yeah.
I think you're right though, I think you did start it.
Or his mom.
In Cold Comfort Farm, who was your favorite person that you worked with? Was it My Bug?
It was he was pretty great. Everybody was it was just one of the best jobs ever. Everybody was such a brilliant actor. Ian McKellen was amazing. Eileen Atkins, like Rufus Sewell. Couldn't have been luckier, really. I mean, just everybody was lovely. It was one of those ones where you sort of cry at the end, and it was like summer camp being over.
Hi, Kate. I'm Vaughn.
Hi.
Do you have any regrets of movies you've done, specifically Click?
I really don't regret Click.
Security.
Another UTI coming up. No, actually, I have to say, I so loved Adam Sandler and had such a lovely experience on that movie. I'm really sorry that one or two people didn't like the movie. Personally, could have done without Whiteout, to be honest with you. I ate a lot of fake snow on that. And I worry it could cause diverticulitis pockets later in life.
I like you're like Oprah, and you get a UTI, and you get a UTI, and you get a UTI.
UTIs for everybody, not me.
I never thought I'd say that on that stage. Okay.
Hi, my name is Owen. How do you like working with Adam Sandler and Click?
A lot of Click questions.
And a cranberry juice for you.
He's like 6.
He's getting the Click thing because he asked a nice question. Do you know what? Being completely honest, he's one of my favourite people I've ever worked with or met ever in my whole life. Adam is. Seriously good human being. He's really funny and cool. And I'm a massive fan of him, I have to say, as a human. So it was really fun.
Of all the actors and directors, I mean, you've worked with Scorsese and you worked with Leo DiCaprio. I say Leo like we're friends. Who are you eager to work with again? That you work with?
Both of those. Yeah, they can come around anytime. I really love Sam Rockwell a lot. I've loved it. I've worked with him twice, and I would work with him happily.
Did he show you how good he can dance?
He's so good at dancing.
He's a good dancer.
It's kind of upsetting how good at dancing he is.
Makes me
You know who else is an amazing dancer? I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. Do you know who Gabriel Macht is from? The most unbelievable dancer ever. Like, keeps it really quiet and then like busts a move hard. Like,
they should have a dance-off with them two and Oscar Isaac.
They had a dance-off actually on Whiteout with him and Columbus Short, who was in Stomp the Yard, and you know really is known for dancing. Gabriel crushed it.
Oh wow!
In a corduroy jacket.
Is it harder to dance in a corduroy jacket? Is it harder to dance in a corduroy jacket?
I think so.
Okay.
It's harder, yeah.
I wanted to know, how did you prepare for Pearl Harbor as a nurse? Did you meet with the nurses that were there during the attack?
We did. We met with a bunch of nurses, a bunch of veterans, and then for some reason there's a scene in the movie where I have to be giving shots to the young soldiers, and the producers decided that it was really vital that I learned how to actually give actual shots. So they got a bunch of officers from the naval base that we were shooting in Hawaii who volunteered to be shot with saline. And I must have shot 20 to 50 boys' butts with saline, which was weird because in the movie, with it being Ben who I was doing, they gave me a fake needle there was no reason for it at all. It was interesting, and I realised that men have stretch marks too, ladies. So, young men, you know, young army men who work out, so don't sweat it.
Hi, Kate. My name is Melanie. First of all, pleasure to meet you.
And you.
My favorite movie that you were in was Van Helsing. What was the experience like working with Hugh Jackman, and what was your favorite part of the movie?
I think Hugh Jackman is rightfully known as the nicest person in the whole industry. Like, there's not one person I've ever met who doesn't just think he's the loveliest person. He's great. I feel like I spent 90% of the movie upside down in a tree. It felt like I'd get up in the morning and they'd go, you'll be upside down in the tree again. I'd be like, again? How long is the sequence going on for? That was annoying. And then the boots, they wanted them to be very authentic, so there wasn't a zipper in them. So it was like they had to be buckled. They took about 40 minutes to get on every day, which is a bit of a drag. I just hallucinate burning them, at the end of the movie. But other than that, it was good.
Hi, Kate. My dad loves you, by the way. So you have such a beautiful voice and accent. We're wondering how hard is it to keep the accent out of your character?
Which one? I mean, Underworld's is a bit more like a little bit more serious. I think, I don't know, I've been doing American accents in movies for a while now, and I guess partly from living here it's not difficult, but when I first started having to do that, I had quite a small baby, and I thought it'd be really confusing for her if I did that thing that actors do, that they keep their accent the whole movie. So every time they shout cut, I'd go back to this voice. I'm sort of used to popping in and out of it, so it doesn't stick.
Hi.
Hi.
On your interview with Chelsea Handler, you talked about a lot of pranks that you've done. What is the best prank you've ever pulled?
Oh dear. I don't know if I could say it.
I think she should say it.
You're gonna hate me though.
This is why she's going to jail.
Huh?
This is your crime. This is why you're going to jail right now.
So I'm going to jail. Okay, I'm going to say it as if it's like an idea that I've had, rather than something I've actually done.
My friend did this.
You know what would be super funny? Is if somebody was asleep that you knew pretty well, like really well, and you had a small piece of chocolate that you found, and you just thought, what if I tucked this in between the person's buttocks while they're asleep? What would that be like? It was an idea that I had.
Like fun size or king size?
It can't be that big, otherwise they'll know. It's got to be tuckable, and then what are you talking about? Like not a whole Snickers.
If you had thought that I thought we'd be talking about UTIs and tuckable chocolates.
Don't give me a microphone.
Hi. I was actually wondering, in Total Recall, the difference between the first movie and the remake that was just made you the main villain. How did you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about it. Pretty good about it. The other main difference was that people liked the first one, which thanks for not saying. No, I thought it was great. I liked the trajectory of that character. I thought it was cool, and I think it's a sign that we've sort of come on a bit in terms of being used to having women be a little bit more proactive in the kick-ass department than possibly then. I think there's been a little bit more of that. It's still quite difficult, I think, to make those movies work really well. I feel very lucky that I've been a part of some of those franchises that have worked, but yeah. Plus, I liked it, yeah.
Hi, Kate. My name's Casey. I have a two-part question. First, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to break into the industry of acting, and do you remember your first experience breaking into it? And could you tell us about it?
Because it was in the 1800s. Any advice? I would say read a lot and go to the theatre a lot and see movies a lot and talk to people and watch people and don't, to have as many experiences of being a human being and creating things, and don't just watch movies, but be open to a lot of other things. My first ever experience of a movie was pretty lucky. I was a movie called Much Ado About Nothing. Shakespeare fans! Favorite kind of fans. And that was a really lucky one because that had, the most amazing cast, pretty good script, obviously. And it was heaven. I thought all movies were like that. But, thanks, so nice. Oh, bless.
I think we have time for one more question.
Hi.
So much fun. Hi.
Sorry. So you have a 17-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. My daughter's name is Lily too.
Your daughter's 17?
No, my daughter's name is Lily. No, she's
Yes. I mean, I look young to have a 17-year-old. You look like ridiculously young to have a 17-year-old.
No, but you're far more beautiful.
We are in Utah. So.
We're bonding. Did you say something?
You just meant that lots of girls in Utah get married young.
Right, I got it.
I
It
was
took me a second.
22.
Right, that's the same. It's reasonable, right. It's still a little young.
In the States, rated R movies, you have to be 17 to go. I was wondering if you let your daughter watch the Underworld movies.
But you've just said I've got a 17-year-old. I couldn't pay her to watch a movie that I was in. I mean, there's nothing cool about me at all right now. I mean, she would do anything to avoid a movie that I was in at this point. But you know, she'll grow out of it and she'll be like, oh, okay, she's cool. That might take 10 or 20 years, I don't know. So I'll keep you posted.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to Salt Lake.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Kate Beckinsale.
Everybody, Kate Beckinsale! A round of applause. You guys, she can still hear you right now.